Okay, welcome back to the Outsider Sports Show. We are talking Roll Tide, War Eagle. We're talking Iron Bowl with none other than Jeris McIntyre. You're the only guest, Jeris, we're having on this week because we tend to lean in one direction on this rivalry. War Eagle this weekend. Jeris, how you doing? How's everything in your world, my man?
I'm doing great. Everything is good, man. It's Iron Bowl week, and couldn't be more excited.
Of course, you played in this rivalry pre-Nick Saban days, but let's take it back to your career and just talk about the difference in waking up on a day where you're getting ready to play Alabama, either in Tuscaloosa, or there in Auburn. Just kind of take us through what the emotions were like and how different it was from any other game in the SEC.
It's an amazing atmosphere and environment and playing in the Iron Bowl. It's not the same as any other SEC game. It's I would say the biggest rivalry in sports, and has a rich tradition. So waking up and knowing that you're going to play in that game and have been a part of it 4 times as an actual player and playing in the game, there's no other feeling. I respect the rivalry. I respect Alabama as an organization and their rich history. But, I'm an Auburn guy through and through, and there's no feeling for playing in that rivalry. So it's very intense. Fans very intense. Players are intense when they're on the field. And there's nothing like it. I mean, they have a 30 for 34 War Eagle Roll Tide, and that just shows you part of what it's about. So you got to love it, man. You really, really got to love it.
What's the craziest thing you ever saw between fan bases or even between players during this? I mean, this is a rivalry different than any other, and the tone of my article this week for the Great American Sports Network is Iron Bowl is the greatest rivalry in sports. You mentioned it. What are some of the craziest things that you've seen personally between fans or between players during this rivalry week?
Oh, man, it's tough to say. I've seen a lot of things. I mean, I would say probably the craziest thing is family members usually really not talking on game day or days leading up to the game. And we all say it's just a game, and it is just a game. But when you have real-life family members not talking, first cousins, husbands and wives, kind of, obviously they, will speak, but they're really not on good terms throughout that week. It's serious then. And that's just the friendly part of it, I would say. I mean, it's been fights and all kind of things that I've seen or heard about over Iron Bowl. So it's a very, very intense rivalry. And as you know, what the old crazy guy did to our trees or whatnot, I mean, that there in itself should show you, and that's not all Alabama fans, but that there in itself should show you how serious some people take this game of football and this rivalry. So it is definitely very intense, and I would even say more so with the fan bases than the actual players. We play the game on the field, and we respect each other off of it. But I think when you throw the fans in it and you throw in not having a professional team in any of the major 3 sports, football, baseball, and basketball, and Auburn and Alabama being the professional sports for the most part in the state of Alabama, it just brings that much more intensity, as well as the rivalry in the tradition that both programs have, and the tradition that both programs have won national titles, the players that have come through both schools. I just think it amps it up tremendously. So, and for the most part, they're really good football games. As you can see last year, you can see in 2010 Cam Newton. Over the years, there have been some really, really good football games. So it's nothing like it. It's definitely nothing like it. It amped up to even another level with both teams having been in national contention over the last, 5, 6, 7 years. So I think it's made it even that's much more intense.
Absolutely, and you touched on many of the reasons why I'm writing this article for this week about this being the best rivalry in sports. You touched on the fact that for 3 straight seasons, the winner of that game went on to win the national championship, and then even last year, Auburn gets to the national championship after winning the game. Let's talk about last year, because that being another reason. I think that when you thought this rivalry reaches its zenith, reaches its peak, you have something like last year happen. And to me, the kick, Bama kick, the 1 second left on the clock, to me is one of the greatest plays, greatest moments in the history of sports. And I think a lot of people agree with me about that. And I think you probably will too as an Auburn grad. Take us back to that and just kind of what that meant for this rivalry and how to me, it just pushed it over the edge. This made it, I mean, would you agree with that?
Pushing over the edge. I mean, you can never even set that up to where it's 1 second left on the clock and the Iron Bowl, you take it to the house, the distance of the field. I mean, and it is Auburn, Alabama. It's after everything that's happened in the rivalry. It is the mighty Nick Saban on the other side of the field. It's the up-and-comer and Gus Malzahn. It's the guys who they didn't give a chance to. It's just so many subplots to that story. And for it to end like that, and for us to be able to make it to the national title game on a play like that, and it just amped up the rivalry. And it's been a rivalry for years, from the Bo Jacksons to the Cam Newtons to everybody else, to, Heisman winners, Pat Sullivans, to all through the years. You got all these Iron Bowls. But that moment there is I would say, the best moment in Iron Bowl history. And really, like I tell people, I try to think back to any play that was that significant to help you win the SEC West, to send you to the national title in a rivalry game. I really can't think of. I know there's been a lot of plays, the Foodie Hail Mary, just a bunch of different plays through college football history. But when the band was on the field, but with I can't stand for Cal, but did those games help propel your team to the national title? I'm not sure. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the way Chris Davis, that's what I'm saying. The way Chris Davis took that kickoff return or this block or this field goal to the house, it was just amazing. It amped it up that much more, and I think that's why this Saturday the whole nation will be watching, because you never know what's going to happen. On top of Alex. Yeah, man.
No, absolutely. I feel like that's a moment that to me stands out as like a where were you moment, like 9/11. And I hate to relate sports to something of a national tragedy, but just in the world of sports, to me, that was a where were you at when that happened moment. I'll tell you, Jeris, I was at the Missouri-Texas A&M game. Missouri was trying to wrap up the SEC East, and I'm sitting there next to a guy that had a sign that said, "We want Alabama." And that game's going on. It hadn't ended yet. I looked down. The guy looks at his phone, takes a magic marker, crosses out Alabama, writes Auburn. And I absolutely lost my mind. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What happened? And this buzz started about what happened. I mean, this one of those where were you moments. Were you in Auburn during that game, and just what was it like being there if you were?
Yes, there and just in shock, screaming, running around crazy. And, I mean, that's all I can really remember. Just like, wow, did this just happen? And everybody screaming, and it was loud as you could probably ever hear a stadium. It was just an amazing moment. And I'll never forget that day because, like you said, it's the Auburn, Alabama game. And he made that play at that time. Like, wow, are you kidding me? And it helped us, like I say, go on to the national title game. And we came up short. We're really, really close. We came up short, but those memories, man, will go down for a lifetime. And I just think that's what makes the Iron Bowl, and that's what makes that rivalry the best in sports, because the teams are for the most part, usually good. And over the last, like you said, 4 or 5 years, the winner of that game has went to the national title. So, the state's pretty much on top. And I know this week, Alabama's number one, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and it would make, the Auburn Tigers see that they went in and can knock them off. It's going to be tough. That's things we got to do that we haven't done all year, but it's going to be tough. But it's definitely possible. Anything's possible. So it's going to be a good one. Should be fun to watch.
No doubt about it. Jeris, of course, before we let you go, I've got to get a couple things from you. One, a score prediction on this game, and I know you're a guy, you call him like you see him. You're respectful, probably to that other side more than some on each side are of this thing. So give us a score prediction, kind of how you see the game playing out. Auburn, of course, with a very tough loss to Texas A&M, and then on to losing to Georgia last week, which kind of ended hopes of getting the SEC title game. But like you said, this is a rivalry game. Anything can happen. How do you see it playing out?
Yeah, I honestly, I'm always gonna say, in this rivalry, we're going to pull it out, because in my time, we won 3 and lost 1. So I'm speaking as a player, and really think, and I'm going to be a realist because I think that we do have the talent, and I think we can beat them. So we get Duke Williams back. Nick Marshall's last time against Alabama. He's gonna have a big game. We're going to score. I think we can score. They've had trouble covering the deep passes. Their pass defense has been a little suspect. Played close games against Arkansas, which Arkansas could have won, and they should have lost to LSU. So that's looking at all those games and seeing how Arkansas and LSU played against Alabama, and the way we played against Arkansas and LSU, I think that we pull it out 34-30. Auburn Tigers.
I love it. I love it. So, I mean, you've walked in Bryant-Denny Stadium before. Do you hate Alabama? Is there hatred in your heart for them, or is it more just a respect?
I mean, you know what? I don't hate Alabama. I really don't. I don't pull for them. Every time Auburn plays them, I hope they pick different times. Sometimes their fans can get a little obnoxious and annoying. I mean, that's just realistic. But to me, that's the LSU fans, that's FSU fans, that's most fans on the road in the SEC. But and Alabama may take it to another level, obviously, because we are Auburn. But I don't hate Alabama. I don't like them. But I don't hate them. So it's not really that hate factor, because I think from us putting a whooping on them. When I was there, 3 out of the 4 games we played them, I'm sure the guys around that time probably hate us a little more than we hate them. So when you pick somebody, well, you really don't have any reason to hate them. Now, if it was the other way around, I probably would hate them. But we kicked their butt pretty good, convincingly in each of those victories. So I don't hate them because I kicked their behind. But I definitely do not like them as any of the teams in the SEC. So.
Guys, that is the former Auburn wide receiver, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver, Jeris McIntyre. Jeris, thanks so much for joining us. I'll say it, War Eagle, I'm with you this weekend. Let's get it done, my man.
War Eagle and go Mizzou Tigers, man.
Hey,
go ahead and win that.
I love it.
And win that East. Go ahead and win that East, and hopefully we beat Bama. And you guys play Mississippi State and have a good game next week in Atlanta.
Jeris, you read my mind. Thanks a lot, my man. We will talk to you soon.
All right, man.
All right, bye.